How I Got Unfamous Part 6. I am working on an album right now. I'm not quitting music at all. I'm not leaving LA. I'm fine. It took a minute to get here. But now we're gonna talk about the last time that I would feel famous. I feel like everybody understands what I'm getting at. Fame is completely subjective. You could be really famous in a certain circle and then nobody knows who you are. I mean, that's country music in a nutshell, right? This part is going to be a lot of good things that happened because I think that's also really important for me to keep that perspective. I really did love this era. I think what sucked so bad about this is I thought I was out of the woods. So when I released this project in August of 2021, I was like, okay, we're gonna get back to what our life was. This was all really new to feel like this. I realize that that's a huge privilege, but it was a really weird adjustment. I'm also going to talk a lot about Butch because I can't stress enough how much he made this period of my life bearable, because I got to work with somebody that I had been wanting to work with my entire sentient life. And they say don't meet your heroes, and he did not disappoint. I have met heroes that have disappointed. Butch Walker and Taylor Swift were not two of them. So I think that the label worked really hard on this project and just made this really great. I was really proud of this project. Like I said, me and my boyfriend at the time had been fighting more than ever. And then we decided to move in together, which was crazy. The project was definitely like critically acclaimed. This is just some of the praise that it got from different news outlets. Did an album release party. So many fans came. This was like the vibe of it. It was in this cool like warehouse. Butch had agreed to do a song with me and he let me pick any song from his catalog, so of course I picked one that he hadn't played in like 20 years called Alicia Amnesia. But it felt like a really cool full circle moment because when we were filming My Voice, they were like, what's a song that you can play that will like make you be able to dance like a crazy person? I was like, Alicia Amnesia by Butch Walker. So this is me singing it on the set of the My Voice music video.
This is me 9 months ago dancing to my favorite song by my favorite artist, Butch Walker.
And then this is me 9 months later singing it with him at my EP release show. And then another really cool thing we got to do was Butch made his Opry debut and we played it together, like as Butch Walker and Kalie Shorr. That was like the most magical night. I do fucking love country music. I'm not making it at the moment. I don't think it's that I'll never make it again. I just kind of got burnt out on Nashville, but no matter what, I like will always love the Opry. I've played there 20 times. This was definitely one of my favorites. Once again, Butch let me pick like any song of his to sing with him. So we did 2 from the project, and then we did his song Closest Thing to You I'm Gonna Find. I'm just gonna make y'all watch this video because I'm obsessed with it and it gave me so much serotonin when I was watching it earlier, putting this part together, so.
That's why everyone seems desperate and alone. So I'll get back up the cigarettes, but only for the night. 'Cause it's the closest thing to you I'm gonna find.
Like, how magic is that? And then my friends Ryan Kinder and Lindsay L were also on the lineup that night, and they were huge Butch fans. So this is us all backstage fangirling over Butch's guitar and just having a friggin' blast. And that was really special. A lot of artists talk about this, but as soon as you release a project, there's this kind of like, okay, now what feeling? And I didn't experience that with Open Book because there was so much movement. But with this one, I released it and it was just like, I just came down so fast. The next few months were weird. That was when I started to feel like this decline because none of the songs had gone viral like Amy did. I was still dealing with a lot of stuff personally. I was feeling really down on myself. My friend group had gotten so much smaller. So I'm like still dealing with that and then just feeling like my career's frozen. A few months later, at the end of October, I get this opportunity out of nowhere to go on tour with the band All Time Low, who I have loved my entire life. I found out on a 3-day notice. My guitar player had to like drive to Arkansas to get a new passport. That was the closest passport agency that could get it to him in time. And then him and my drummer drove to Calgary, Alberta, because we needed to get the van there somehow. I had 2 shows in Nashville, so I had to fly in and meet everybody there. It was crazy. I felt so good playing those shows. The All Time Low fans, a lot of y'all started following me from there. As soon as I played like the first show on that tour, I was like, oh, these are down ass ride or die bitches. It really helped me get out of the weird hole that I was in. Like, I love touring so much. Not every artist likes it because it is so draining and taxing on your mental health, but I've been doing it for my entire 20s and it just feels natural at this point. I just adapted so well to like living in a van, and so being back out there meant so much. Seeing people's reactions to the songs, it made me feel like the project wasn't dead, even though it felt like it was to me. But I got back from that tour. Again, it was kind of like a, okay, what now? Like immediately after Christmas, I was like, okay, I'm running off to LA. I got to write with Alex from All Time Low. That was amazing. And I started writing a lot for other artists. Started working with this artist named Lainey Gardner, who I'm obsessed with, and I've written songs for her. And so I was kind of getting in this rhythm of writing for other artists. But I had an epiphany on that trip to LA, and I realized after 9 years there, I didn't want to go back to Nashville.